Jade Rowan had no business speaking to a man like Rowan Cade, millionaire investor, hotel owner, and a man whose presence could silence a room without a single word. She was just a waitress working her fourth double shift of the week. Hair tied back, apron stained with coffee she didn't have time to clean, and shoes 2 months past needing replacement. But she'd said it anyway. "Don't sign those papers." Her voice had cut through the elegant hush of the rooftop restaurant like a snap of lightning. Guests turned, servers froze, and Rowan Cade, pen in hand, signature half-formed, lifted his gaze so sharply Jade felt her breath choke in her throat. He looked at her like she had just spoken a foreign language. "Excuse me?" he said, voice low and dangerous. Jade felt her entire body tense. She had seen that look before on men who thought money equaled authority, and authority equaled the right to crush anyone who stepped out of line. She should have apologized. She should have walked away. She didn't. Instead, she swallowed the fear climbing up her spine. "You shouldn't sign them, sir." Rowan's jaw tightened. "And why?" he said slowly. "Is a waitress commenting on a private business agreement she has no place being part of?" She froze. Every eye in the room felt glued to her. A manager appeared in the doorway, pale with dread. But Jade stood her ground. "Because whoever prepared these for you," she nodded to the folder on the table, "used the wrong versions." Rowan arched a brow. "The wrong versions?" "Yes." He leaned back in his chair, giving her a cold, amused look. "And you know this how?" Jade inhaled sharply. "Because I used to work in document auditing before I ended up here." It wasn't a lie. It just wasn't a story she planned to explain. To a man who would never understand why a former auditor was now delivering cocktails. Rowan set his pen down. "Leave." Jade felt her heart drop. Her manager stepped forward, ready to escort her out. But then Rowan added, colder than ice, "Not the restaurant. My table. Leave my table." It was a warning, a threat, a humiliation, and Jade would have obeyed, would have walked away, apologized, taken the write-up or suspension that would inevitably follow if something in her chest hadn't snapped. She looked at him, really looked at him. His eyes were tired beneath the arrogance. His shoulders carried more weight than a rich man's should, and the contract in front of him. She recognized the layout, the margins, the formatting. They weren't accidents. They were traps. "Sir," she said quietly, "someone wants you to sign something they hope you won't read carefully." For a split second, just one something flickered across Rowan's eyes. Uncertainty. He masked it instantly. "You're done," he said coldly. "Get out." Her chest burned. Her throat tightened. She took a step back, pulse racing like she'd just put her entire life on the line for nothing. But then something happened Jade didn't expect. Rowan didn't sign. He didn't even look at the papers. Instead, he stared at her, silent, sharp, calculating. "What did you see?" he asked at last. Jade blinked. "I'm sorry?" "What?" he repeated. "Did you see?" He wasn't yelling anymore. Worse, he was focused. She felt pinned by that attention, like she'd been pulled into a spotlight she never asked for. Jade hesitated, glancing around nervously. Can we not talk about this in front of everyone?" Rowan stood. Half the restaurant inhaled as if the floor shifted under them. "Follow me," he said. Jade followed because what else could she do? Losing one job was survivable. Angering a man powerful enough to blacklist her from every hotel and restaurant in the district, that was another story. He led her into a private meeting room off the main floor, quiet, dimly lit. the city glowing through the panoramic window. Rowan shut the door. Then he folded his arms, eyes locked onto hers. Explain. Jade steadied her breathing. The contract you were about to sign, it's a dissolution agreement. He frowned. It's a merger. No, she said. It's disguised as a merger, but the clauses inside shift full operational authority to the other party within 6 months. They take control of your assets, your shares, your branding. By the end of the first year, they own everything. Rowan stared at her, unreadable. She continued, voice trembling but certain. They buried the transfer clauses inside a licensing amendment. Your attorneys should have caught it. My attorneys drafted it. Her breath hitched. Oh, she whispered. He tilted his head, studying her like a puzzle that didn't fit its picture. Why would my own legal team sabotage me? I don't know. She hesitated. But one of them did. Rowan stepped closer. Too close. How long did you work in auditing? 3 years, she whispered. And why did you leave? Her stomach nodded. Does that matter? His eyes didn't soften. Yes. Jade lowered her voice. Because I found something I wasn't supposed to, and I got fired instead of promoted. Silence. It wasn't the kind of silence that filled rooms. It was the kind that sharpened the air until breathing hurt. His gaze didn't waver. Show me. Jade froze. What? Show me, he repeated. Show me where the contract fails. She swallowed. Sir, with all due respect, I really don't want to get involved. You already are, Rowan said quietly. She shook her head. You almost fired me. I can still fire you, he said, but I can also listen. There it was, the truth wrapped in threat and opportunity. A choice that wasn't really a choice at all. Her hands trembled as she opened the folder, flipping through the pages. She pointed. There, paragraph 4C. See the phrase secondary licensing provision? It's code for asset transition. And here, section 9, look at the renewal clause. It aligns with a takeover timeline. Rowan read the line, then read it again. His jaw tightened. This wasn't a mistake, he said slowly. Jade nodded. No, it wasn't. He closed the folder gently, too gently. Who did this? She took a breath. Whoever benefits from you losing everything. A long, cold exhale left his chest. Then Rowan looked at her with a new expression. Not anger, not superiority, but something darker, something dangerous. Jade, he said quietly. You just exposed the biggest trap anyone set for me. She swallowed hard. I wasn't trying to, and you just made yourself the only person I can trust. Her breath caught, because she knew this was only the beginning. Jade hadn't expected him to say that. Trust wasn't something men like Rowan Cade gave. They demanded it, weaponized it, revoked it. But offer it? Never. She blinked. I didn't do this for trust. I just didn't want you to sign something that would destroy you. Rowan stepped closer, the city lights outlining the sharp angles of his face. Most people would have let me ruin myself, especially a waitress I've barely spoken to. She shook her head. That's not who I am. No, he murmured. It's not. He moved around her and locked the door. Jade stiffened. Why did you... So no one interrupts, he said. Because what you showed me, it's not just sabotage, it's treason. She swallowed hard. Treason. Rowan tapped the folder. If I had signed this, half my investors would have pulled out. My partners would have sued. My board would have voted me out. And overnight, everything I built would become someone else's asset. Jade felt a chill crawl down her spine. This wasn't a business mistake. This was an attack. And you, Rowan continued softly, walked straight into the line of fire to warn me. Jade stepped back, nerves spiking. I don't want to be caught in anything dangerous. I already lost my last job for digging too deep. That's exactly why you're valuable, he said. She shook her head again. Rowan, please, don't drag me into this. I'm already barely holding my life together. I don't need corporate wars or betrayal or... You're already in it, he said. Her heart dropped. His voice lowered. They saw you warn me. Jade froze. What? The cameras in the restaurant. His jaw tightened. Whoever set this trap monitors my movements. They'll know someone stopped me from signing. Her breath hitched. You think they'll come after me? I don't think, Rowan said. I know. She backed up until her shoulder touched the wall. Fear trembled through her, sharp and electric. I didn't ask for this. No, he said gently, stepping toward her. But I'm not letting you face it alone. She stared at him, unsure whether to trust him or run. Why help me now? You nearly fired me an hour ago. Rowan's expression softened, something she never imagined seeing on him. Because I misjudged you, and because the moment you spoke up tonight, you became part of a game you can't walk out of. Jade exhaled shakily. What do you want from me? I want you to show me everything you know, he said. Every detail you spotted, every flaw in that contract. Because whoever drafted this thinks they're smarter than me. He stepped even closer, lowering his voice until his breath brushed her cheek. But they weren't counting on you. Her chest tightened. I'm not your strategist, I'm a server. You're the woman who caught what a team of lawyers missed, Rowan replied. That makes you the only person I trust with this. She didn't know what to say. He reached out, gently lifting the flash drive she'd placed on his desk earlier. Jade, he murmured, you saved me from signing away my entire life. Now let me keep you safe from the fallout. Her breath trembled. I don't know if I can do this. You can, he said quietly, because you already did. A long moment passed, heavy, inevitable, charged with something neither of them could name. Then Rowan stepped back, a decision settling across his features. From this moment on, he said, you're not my waitress. She blinked. Then what am I? His gaze held hers, unwavering. My ally, he said, and the person who's going to help me take down the ones who tried to destroy me. Jade's pulse thundered. This wasn't a warning. It was the beginning of a war. And she had just been chosen to stand beside the man everyone feared.